not Legon Cities, Heart of Lions, and all the rest of it. So yeah, let's focus on the positives, and I think the news of the day should belong to Samartex. I don't see why we should deny them of this historic moment and what they've been able to achieve by concentrating on what else has happened elsewhere, which some would say is quite disgraceful, but that is obviously out there for the take. Let's focus on the positives. Okay, Coach, congratulations to Samartex, well deserved.
Yeah, they've worked towards it. It's something they plan to do, and they're able to do it with a lot of determination, concentration, and perseverance. I congratulate their technical team, the playing body, and the management for becoming the champions for 2023-2024 Ghana Premiership. I hope that they'll be able to maintain the status, maintain the performance, and even win come next year.
No doubt about it. Nana, as expected. Now the party is going to begin, the real party.
I think we need to congratulate Samartex. They've done a good job right from day 1 to match day 34. You know, originally, this team was supposed to be coached by Prosper Netogum. Until the last minute, he had a call from Mencia. Then he had to stop all the negotiations between him and the Samartex Football Club to move to Kumasi. So the likes of Iban Soseusu and some of the key players in the Samartex team was recommended by Prosper Netogum to join Samartex. Then he moved to Kumasi. And later on, the Monarca and the people contacted Amadou Nuruddin to take over. So let's give thanks to the likes of Amadou Nuruddin, Edmond Aka for gaining a lot of experience right from being Greater Accra Regional Circles Chairman to become management member for Asante Kotoko, gaining experience from that level to manage a team like Samartex. And they've gotten one of the best squad in the Ghana Premier League this particular season. You look at a player like Ebenezer Akwa, one of the best defenders we've seen this particular season. Afro at the left back position has been great this particular season. The goalkeeping department, from Richmond Bedu to Kofi Ba, they've been great in the course of the season. Someone like Dauda Seidu has done a great job. Emmanuel Kayeke, Baba Hamadou Musa, one of the top scorers in Division 1 last season, coming to Samartex, continue with that kind of form. And of course, Ivan Soseusu. So right from day 1, one thing that has worked for Samartex Football Club is consistency. And the way and manner Coach Amadou Nuruddin has maintained the same lineup in games upon games is one of their tricks that helped them this particular season in the Ghana Premier League. So big thanks to Mesa Nsenchire and the leaders of Samartex Football Club for getting this achievement. 28 years of Samartex in Ghana football. Now they are Premier League champion, and I think they've done a great job. A club I think they won 28 years, and as it stands now, they've been able to win the Ghana Premier League. Massive achievement for people of Samra Boy in the Ghana Premier League.
Yeah, no doubt. And of course, I equal to them. We'll talk about the relegation battle in the bet, and also we'll go back and join the coronation scenes, the presentations, and all the rest of it. I think that's what people want to watch. That's what people want to see. It's a historic day for them. The whole town. It's a festival, But quickly as well, we can't confirm that Great Olympics have been relegated. The message is here is Olympics. They want to know, but that is what we know per the results of the matches we've seen. Mando Heart of Lions have made it. Karela have made it. Olympics go down. Confirmation.
Yeah, confirmation. We look at the league table. Hearts of Lions 45 points. Hearts of Oak same as well. So Olympics on 44, even with the point accumulation, with the Ghana league table updated one from all the websites. Great Olympics. We can confirm by that Great Olympics have been relegated together with Bafo Kwatano, and then
So Kotoko win by 3-0. Because they delayed. There was a rain, storm. So a few minutes of that game to go, but it looks like it's all done and dusted. 5 goals. Sorry, Bechem United, Hearts of Oak. At a point, it was Bechem leading by 2-1. Hearts clawed back to equalize and then get the winning goal. The irony is that it was predicted to happen like that. Bechem Chelsea 2, Heart of Lions 2. Bechem Chelsea were leading by 2-0. So that equalizer via the penalty spot is what
deep into stoppage time.
Yeah, it was deep into. That is what has saved Heart of Lions. They remain in the Ghana Premier League. I've seen the messages. The big men are asking me to talk about it. We'll talk about it. We'll do justice to it. So Dreams, Adriana also losing by 2-1, and then Great Olympics didn't kick a ball. But they got 3 points, 3 goals, but they're out of coverage area. Unfortunately, they've been relegated. That's the bad news for Great Olympics. Legon Cities 1, Bibini Gold Stars 1, and Midiama losing by that 1 goal to Karela. So Karela also stay in the division. Iswatraman 1, Nations FC 0, and Samartex. We saw that game, winning by 2 goals to 0. So congratulations to Samartex. They should get their headlines. They should get the plaudits, so that we don't, lose focus. We'll talk about the other results and the way it was and the rest of it. I've seen the messages. Good evening as well to my big man out there. So we will talk about it, Coach.
Yes, we should.
Yeah, we will talk about it. But let's congratulate someone. Yeah, go ahead.
Like you asked me earlier, if you look at the league table, the updated one that I have here at the bottom, you have Hearts of Land 45 points, Hearts of Oak 45 points, Legon Cities 45 points, Great Olympics 44. So basically, it's Great Olympics, Bofo Aquatano, and Royal Tamale United.
Yeah, on the last
relegated from the Ghana Premier League. It's quite unfortunate. Last weekend you and I did the Gamashi Derby at Accra Sports Stadium, and after that game, you asked me a question. Looking at the permutations going into the final day of the season, how do I expect the permutations on the league table? And I told you, it will take something extraordinary for the league table, as it stood last week, to change. Because if you understand the Ghana Premier League, when you go into the last day of the season without your destiny in your own hands, then you are in trouble. And Great Olympics, they've got to beat Hearts of Oak last weekend, but Hearts of Oak themselves saw the warnings and knew that they can't put their destiny into the hands of another team. They came out, played out a goalless tournament, which favored the Phobians. This afternoon, they went to Bechem. They did their part of the bargain. They won the game perfectly. Hearts of Lions needed a draw. They went to Bechem, deep into stoppage time. They dug deep. They got the penalty. They scored. They got that draw. It helped them. Karela went to Mediama. People were like, on paper, Karela this. I said, Mediama got beaten by Hearts of Lions. That means that they are beatable. In the first half, it was a stalemate. In the second half, when it matters most, Karela stepped up and basically won. So, if you look at the distribution of teams across the league this season in terms of our regional locations, Volta region has Hearts of Lions, Northern region RTU relegated, they still have Karela in the league. So, I think it's been tough for all these teams to battle relegation in the last 7 matches of the season. But we are here today. We've seen how the league has panned out to be. So I'm so sorry for Great Olympics. They'll go back to Zone 3A and they'll fight their way out back into the league.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, Coach, good evening to Mr. Mike Bonsu, Club Licensing. I've seen your message, and definitely, it's good for Samartex. I think for me, the biggest headline or the biggest beneficiaries of the Ghana Premier League this season is Samartex, because of what they've been able to do, taking everybody by surprise. But Coach, there's a lot of work that needs to go into the Ghana Premier League. There's a lot of work so that we take it to the level that we all would be proud and hit our chests.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you. But let me start by saying sorry to my friend Santosai of Great Olympics. I'm sad. I have some soft spot for Great Olympics. Unfortunately, they were relegated. They will come and join us in Zone 3.
Okay, so an update. Before Quatano decided to get the last word of the season by getting the last goal of the Ghana Premier League. Even though they're relegated, they've got the FA Cup coming up. But hold on, the match hasn't ended because it was rained. We thought it was rained off. There was a stoppage for about more than 10 minutes. So actually, Bofo Quatano have got to go back, and it's 3-1 with a few minutes still to play. So that's the updates there. A lot of goals on the final day. How many goals in those matches? So we'll keep you posted on that. Still playing 3-1 in Kumasi to Asante Kotoko, but the match is ongoing.
So like I was saying, I think that you rightly mentioned it, that we need to, as a league, try to be a little bit more professional to a certain level, because it's a Premier League that we are talking about. Example, what kind of, we should be able to envisage, to forecast and know that a team like Tamale and Real Tamale United would be struggling, and then pushing them to be able to maintain and then protect the image of this particular league.
Okay, so yeah, Coach Osman Seydou talking there. But on the screen now is the celebrations, the coronation, and you know what you see on the screen. The millions of Ghanaians watching. Samarboy, Samartex. They want to show the world and Ghana what they're made of, and it's about their culture. You know, Nana in Century Sports Arena in Samarboy, they're celebrating. It started. Stoneboy will be performing later at a different venue, as I'm told, but he's probably in and around there. And of course, this is for the kids to enjoy. They'll remember this for years to come when they first won the Ghana Premier League. As I said, today belongs to them, even though we need to talk about the other things around the Ghana Premier League. Nanedu.
It's their day, you know. It's their day, you know. The coronation game. Looking at what they've done in the course of the season, you know, they need to celebrate because it's not easy to be in the same league with a team like Asante Kotoko, House of Folk, Mediema, you know, Dreams FC. Looking at what they did in Africa this particular season, for the first time since 2004, seeing two Ghanaian clubs being in the Confederations group stage and of course Champions League group stage, to the extent of seeing a new team competing in the interclub competition, being in the semi-final stage of the Confederations Cup, to see them in the semi-final and the same team in the same league with Samartex, and Samartex topping the Ghana Premier League, you know, with more than 5 points in winning the Premier League, tells you they've really worked hard for this particular number of points in the league. So let's give thanks to Samartex Football Club, you know, Richard in Century, looking at the kind of investment he has done in the team, right from the stadium and of course to the playing body, how they are paid within the club. So they've done a great job in the course of the season. So they deserve to win the Ghana Premier League.
Yeah, they do, definitely. And we'll activate the phone lines a bit a little later once we hear from the coaches at the various grounds, so that you can also have your say and congratulate your teams and whatever it is. I've seen the messages. As I said, I promise we'll talk about it, you know, at the right time. Let's focus on the good news and let's not dampen it with, you know, Samartex. Let's give them their enjoyment. But we can't ignore the fact that when you're watching the Ghana Premier League and you're in Europe, you're in China, you're in Asia, as a Ghanaian, I would want to see the best and the highest. There's no way that I'll sit here and so we need to talk about that. Maybe not now. The results are there, but I'm sure these men, especially the vice president of the FA, will be the first to say that we have a lot of work to do. I am not happy. I'm happy for Samartex. I'm happy for the teams that were escaped relegation, even if they did it by Kululu means. It doesn't matter. But we need to also be very firm that we need to do better. It's for all of us, because at the end of the year, it will affect all of us.
Standard of the league needs to step up, because if you look at,
you understand?
someone will say it's in my eyes. If the Ghana Premier League teams want to play among each other, it's very competitive. It's a tough league.
Let's see what's happening at Samarboy. I mean, that's where the action is. I don't think you guys want to be watching us talking plenty, or is that good English? Talking too much, you know. But yeah, we'll go to Samarboy because I know that's what you want to see, the coronation. Yes, this is what we want to see. Thank you. We'll just talk behind it. Your friend is saying, I want to use the word for suspended.
This is a Ghana Premier League.
Yeah, look at that. Wow. Is
it a helicopter or what?
Nanedu, how do you describe this in tree?
No, yeah, I want to
Nanedu, take over.
Yeah,
the ball, the trophy is flying.
The trophy, you know, fly or Samarboy, Naidebesi. Maybe I say Samartex Football Club.
It will be such a helicopter and a drone.
That's what I'm asking.
A drone. May I say no? But it's good to see big personalities there. I've seen Mr. Kosiedu, CEO of Bibiani Gold Stars. I've seen the vice president of the Football Association, Mr. Makado, also there. So it means big personalities. I've seen them. A lot of journalists from Accra moving to Samarboy to support Samartex Football Club. I understand Samartex Football Club invited all the rest of the 17 clubs in the Ghana Premier League to come and support them, celebrate on the Coronation Day like they said. They invited a lot of personalities, the chiefs in, Samarboy and stuff. So we're going to see something that we've not seen in Ghana football for a very long time in Samarboy today. It's a very good thing that we're going to witness today on our television, and I think Samartex as a football club, Richard essentially has invested a lot in a day like this to make sure the Coronation will be one of the best we've seen in recent times in Ghana football. So, keep thanks to them for what they've done and what they are doing there. And I'm sure the kind of thing they are doing there, the fans would like to see more as time goes on in the Ghana Premier League. So, let's give thanks to Samartex Boy people and, of course, Samartex Football Club.
So I'm very interested in talking about the other side of it. We congratulate them, of course, but I want us to look at the investing in the brand image of the Ghana Premier League. For me, that is what will really sell our league. What does it take to invest in the brand and make it a better brand? What are we doing in terms of funding the team? So there is this political party in 2020, I think it is NDC, who said that in case they win, they would make sure that they pay all the players in the Premier League. I think this is a time for us as stakeholders in the ecosystem to start pushing for something like that to happen, so that teams like Real Tamale United will be having enough money,
so that the players will not,
they will be paid their,
right.
And then it protects the image of Ghana Premier League. For me, I'm really concerned about the image of Ghana Premier League. What happened is not something that should happen, and we should work to stop it.
Excellent. Yeah, that's rightly put, because you see, when the players are motivated, when the players are, they don't worry about money. They're going to play 100%. Boycotting a match because you've not been paid, this is exactly what Coach Seydu is saying. Make sure the players are taken care of. If you take out the players from the equation, there will be no football. So why don't you take care of the players first and make sure that their interests are, satisfied, and then we have great football regardless. And now we've got into a stage where now there's permutations, and what happens today? We had no show. The last weekend we had ITU sending players who were not their own, as it were, in impersonation. But hopefully, when the change comes, we'll be able to talk more about that. But Nana, players are more interest paramount, so that they can do and perform their best.
And it's always, the club licenses need to be enforced in this country. Even some of the venue. I remember when the Black Stars met the current vice president, Dr. Mamadou Maumia, in Kumasi. They told him, we need good stadiums, good pitches. Look at the kind of stadium they played against Mali in Bamako. We don't have such stadium in Ghana. We don't have electronic pitch panel in this country. Mali, Benin, they have it. Cote d'Ivoire, they have it. He went to AFCON.
Did you say Mali and Po?
Mali, they have it.
Yeah, they should. Why shouldn't
they have it?
Yeah.
So you saw the Amahoro Stadium in Rwanda.
Yeah, they should have it.
Brilliant, fantastic.
But you guys, why should we be entitled if we don't work and plan towards it?
That is why I remember in the course of the week.
So we need to understand.
I remember in the course of the week, I said something on Sports Park.
Right.
We have 8 months from now to March,
the next season,
for us to play our next World Cup qualifier. As it stands now, we have 2 stadiums in Kumasi, 2 stadiums in Accra. We closed Accra Sports Stadium and Kumasi Sports Stadium. The government need to work on the stadium for at least so that they can hold a competitive game, a world-class game in both Accra and Kumasi. We have only one certified venue for Black Stars game. That is Kumasi.
That one is on condition.
Okay, so
let's not standard.
Let's come back home and let's go to Bechem, right? I think Bechem are ready to. The coaches are standing by. Hartlepool, by the way, won that game eventually by 3-2. Let's hear from the coaches. Bechem's coach first. Remember, he said if he gets a draw, he will be happy, or that would be the worst. But let's hear from him first. So Coach Ouattara is clear. Didn't want ball possession, just wanted the goals. When it was 2-1 to Bechem United, you should have seen what was happening on social media and some of the comments and feedback. People were like, no, it can't happen. Hartlepool will never go in relegation. That mentality. They got the equalizer, they got the 3rd goal, but it was that some way.
Yeah, it's football. When these guys, they've got to play above themselves today in this game. This is a club that is more than 100 years. Stage have been put into your hands to take good care of. Because had Hartlepool gone today without winning, they would have been relegated. Yeah. So like the way the coach spoke, he said it right there. I don't need any beautiful possessive football. Just get me the goals, get me the win, and let's get out of here and go and sort our house out. Now, Hearts of Oak, they will do their internal house cleaning, look at each other in the eyes, and then at the end of the day, they have experience here. The owner of the club He's an experienced person. He's a man of stature in terms of Ghanaian culture, heritage. He will do the right thing. He will put people under him at the right places. They will make the right decisions, because Hearts of Oak, where they finished this season, the last time they found themselves in such a situation was somewhere 2014. The very season that Heart of Lions got relegated from the league. I think they'll pick a clue from this and they'll move on from this. But me, I've always said this, and I know the Hearts of Oak fans will never understand me, but I always stand by it. The decision to sack Samuel Boadu from this team has retrogressed the on-pitch results of the club, because ever since he left, the club has never gotten better on
How
the pitch.
long was that ago?
That was like 3 seasons ago.
And you've not moved on?
It's not about moving on as an analyst. It's about looking at the results of the team.
Yeah, but
With Samuel
Hearts is
Boadu, they never got to this. They never had. I don't want to drag this with you. It's something
which
I always say, and
which
I'll
coach
say,
is bigger than the club? Anyway.
Samuel Boadu is not bigger than the club.
Exactly.
What I am saying is, ever since they let go of Samuel Boadu, the club has retrogressed on the pitch results.
All right. Anyway, that's an opinion. We'll activate the phone lines later. Beautiful scenes there from Summer Boy, and there you can see
one of them, Ivan Soseusu is one of them. You know, all these players contributed their quota this particular season to their respective clubs. We have just seen some of Nations FC has done a great job this particular season, but I think Keyeke has been consistent from match day 1 to match day 34, and I think he's my player of the season. A good leader in the Samartex team, going far in this particular season, Ghana Premier League.
No doubt about it. Talking about your player of the season, we've also got the goal king race, which Amankona. So we're back with scenes there from Summer Boy. Okay, we've had some challenges with the connection, but when we do, we'll just let you enjoy, you know, what is happening over there. They've done very well, and the teams that are coming back or coming into the Ghana Premier League is going to be very young Apostles, Vision FC, and Basake. They would look at this and think, well, if it's been done by Samartex a couple of seasons, maybe they can also do it. It also serves as a
in the
warning.
last 2 seasons, the winners of the Ghana Premier League has come from that zone 2 of the Ghana Premier League. Last season was Mediama, who were in Western region.
Yep.
This particular season is, you know, Samartex, the same team, the same region, Western region. So it tells you something good is coming from the Western. They are doing well in the Ghana Premier League.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, Coach.
And this means that Uncle T is also relegated to the
Right.
Because
because we
Olympic
haven't
jobs.
played Olympics dropping back. Sorry, so very unfortunate. But I just want to say something about.
That's a permutation.
Yeah.
So Uncle T will go to Division 2.
Yes, and then Olympics.
Wow.
So it means a lot. It's very historic, you know. After long years, Uncle T is finally, yes, Division 2.
Well on them.
So I just wanted to say something about what the coach Watara said. In terms of, I don't want possession, I just want goals. In modern scientific football, there is nothing like that. I'm sorry. You
When you have possession, you have an advantage.
You can agree or disagree with me, but that's a fact. You need to possess the ball and take advantage of the space. There is nothing like that. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in modern football. It doesn't happen. I'm sorry. He's a senior coach. I respect him, but sorry, I have a different opinion. It doesn't happen like that. If you don't get it, fine, but I don't know how you can tell your players, then how do you play the ball? You need to possess the ball, take advantage of the spaces, take advantage of the passing line, get to the third part of the field, and make sure you kill it. But you cannot just be saying, I don't want possession, I want goals. How can you? Are you a magician? Anyway, that's his opinion and I respect it.
Beautiful scenes there from Summer Boy. These players have done remarkably well. It'll be interesting to see how they'll be able to keep hold of them. A lot of Premier League clubs with their budget will try and, you know, invade that camp. But mind you, Samartex themselves do have the budget. They've been able to motivate their boys throughout the season. Sorry about that. We're having challenges with these, you know, but they've been able to motivate their boys from the start right to the end. So it's not going to be easy to go in there and raid their camp. Yeah. They will try to keep their players and those who go to, and they've got Africa to play.
Yeah, the extra motivation is the fact that the club will play in Africa. And as a player, why would you move locally when you have the biggest on the African continent coming to you right there? This season, we've seen Dreams have seen the CAF Confederations Cup. Most of the players will get better deals,
lucrative contracts,
outside the country. So you just got to put your foot on the ground, continuity career.
Yep, no doubt.
Basically, I'm happy for this young man. He spent some time at Karela United, played the normalization committee, got scouted by Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Kumasi Asante Kotoko managed to persuade him to join them at that particular point in time. You know, he's my friend. I told him to go to Dreams FC because I felt with his career, how he plays, he will be able to get contract outside. But he told me, hey, Francis, I want to play for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. He went there in the first season. Things didn't work out well for him. In the second season, he came back from a long-term injury. That was when Kotoko had Fabio Gama, Mudasiru Salifu and co in their team, Latif and Nabila. He didn't get it, but he managed to win the league with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. After that, they didn't renew his contract. He has to look somewhere else. He went to Samartex. Last season, he helped them. This season, he was made the club captain.
Who would have thought someone would have left Hearts of Oak and then he'll go to a club and win the Ghana Premier League? But that's how it is. And these are some of the positive stories from Samartex. It's not just about... It's not just about, you know, winning all your home matches, or most of your home matches, but making sure you get the right players with the right attitude to help you in that.
The right mindset.
The right mindset. Yeah, you see, one thing, like I was saying earlier before you came in, with Samartex, they have a strict team rules. With Samartex players, when it is after 10 o'clock p.m., you can never go on social media. They take good care of the players and they make sure they have the players in their hand, and it's team unity. You can't deflate from. If you try breaking the rules, you are out of the team, and that is how intense the supervision of the players, focus, direction, and purpose of the team has been. And if you look at these players, they understand where they are coming from, where they are, and what they want to achieve. That is the reason why Samartex, basically with their squad, have managed to do what they have done, and that this team can only get better. They can only punch above their weight in the coming seasons. And I'm telling you, this is not the end of this club. With the model they have, they aim high. If you listen to them, what they tell you, you could tell that the brains behind the club, they have the money financially. They look for other sponsors to come and augment whatever they have. But they know what they want, and this is not their level. They want something extra, like more than what they have achieved this season.
I like what you're saying, that they have the money, but I think I would prefer the word investment, you know, better, because at the end of the day, that money also has to come back. And in Africa, they need a lot of investment, a lot of support and sponsorship. It can't be left on the head of one man to handle. Coach, greetings from Coach Sule Adamu, Home Stars, right? He's Home Stars FC.
Yeah.
In Ho,
we had a very
good
coaching
match
with them. At home, we lost the game 3-2, but it was a very good game.
And Police CID Chief Inspector Linda Kusi Ampofo of Nsawam as well. They're all watching. There are a lot of people are watching today. The hierarchy of Asante Kotoko, Accra, Zavok, all the teams indeed are watching, and they want to know what happened elsewhere. And we've told you the results. We'll give you details as and when they come in. Kotoko, as I said, that match, why it stretched was because for a point it was almost rained off. Yeah, they had to pause the game suspended for a while, and then they continued. That's why it ended quite late. And the same with Samartex. They had some technical challenges. That is why that match kicked off late, not because of any negative reasons. Because that match would have no consequences to the league table as far as relegation or the top is concerned. So I hope that has answered your question. Nana, so now, this is it, confirmation finally. These are the results that are through. Bofokwa out, they've been relegated.
So basically what you said in your earlier submission is true. Bofokwa got the last goal of this season.
Yeah, the last laugh. And they still have one last dance in the MTN FA Cup, which will be coming on in a couple of weeks as well at the University of Ghana Stadium against Nswatraman. Yeah. That's an interesting encounter we'll be looking up to. Midiama, they lost through a long goal, there you go, to Karela United, almost as predicted. Samartex as predicted. Great Olympics didn't kick a ball. 3 goals, 3 points, because it was a no-show from Royal Tamale United. And of course, Heart of Lions, 2-0 down, came back to win came back to draw, 2-2. The draw enough to secure their position in their status in the Ghana Premier League. The details, as I said, will come later. You know, their fans will be happy, but the neutrals and those who have seen otherwise will not. Maybe today is not the right time, because we want to focus on the winners, the champions. Let's not take that away from them. We will definitely delve in and do the post, games talk. Nana, why you doing? Are they?
Mr. Richard is saying Basso.
Why not?
We need to
Doctor,
protect,
right?
we need to protect people like that in our game. The kind of investment he has done in this Samartex team, yeah, lots of people have no idea about it. And Yembo Nabaso, so that we encourage people like that to invest in their money into this game. I remember somewhere in 2012, 2013, when we have Research Reme, he invested a lot in Bechem Chelsea. When Anaj Mambedu came to take over Indiana Stars Football Club, he has invested a lot. It got to a time players prefer moving to Indiana Stars, Bechem Chelsea much more than Asante Kotoko and House of Folk. It's because of the kind of competition they've created in that team, the kind of motivation they give to those players, the amount of salary they give to those players. Players were receiving cars when they joined those teams. He has done almost the same to Samartex. Reports coming in is the best player of the season is likely to receive a car, a brand new car in Samartex. It tells you the man is investing a lot. Let's protect him. Let's support him. We shouldn't discourage a personality like this so that he'll move from our football. He has done a great job this particular season for Samartex. I'm sure he's going to continue with what he's doing within the club because he's always motivated to invest a lot in the team. Now they'll be going to Africa. They will go into the to Champions League. That is where you need to invest a lot to get the result that you are looking for. So let's protect someone like Richard Nsenche with the kind of work he has done this particular season for Samartex.
I'm very concerned about what Nana is saying right now because I know the terrain that we are in. Now, how do we protect a man like this? Are we just going to be giving him points? Are we going to be giving him discount? We need to draw the line and be straightforward on the kind of protection we need to have for him. Otherwise, it will end up, if you don't take time next season, you start seeing him winning matches that he's not supposed to win because we want to protect him. And that should not be the case.
But that has been the formula, which the politically correct would not want you and I to discuss. But we will talk about it because, of course, we have to be incorrect sometimes to be correct.
Yeah, we need to protect him, but we need to
do the right thing.
Yes, we need to know how to protect him. For instance, are we giving him, as a government, are we giving him some discount or tax relief or something else? But when it comes to the field, there is nothing like protecting. This is going to be fair game.
I'm sure he means you're not talking about protecting him within the football family, but the football ecosystem.
Yes.
So let's say, for example, what he's saying, NDC comes to power, whatever it is. Okay, Ghana Premier League winner will give you $1 million or 1 million Ghana cedis to help you in Africa, which, put politics aside, various ministries, tourism, because you're going to represent Ghana. So tourism would also give you 250,000. You get where I'm coming from.
That is why I was not happy about when the vice president of the nation gave the Black Stars team 500,000 Ghana cedi. I think the Black Stars team has gotten enough.
There's never enough. We would always want more.
When we have money like this, we should invest in our local league. That is one. It's very important. Yeah. You don't give 500,000 Ghana cedi to the Black Stars, in which the 18 teams in the Ghana Premier League, you've not invested anything on them.
But it's his money. He decided to give it to the Black Stars.
It's a personal money. I agree. But personally, I think, if you want to invest something in our game, it should rather be on our local games. Either the Premier League or Division 1. I was disappointed in the sports minister, talking about the amputee team visiting individual before visiting the ministry. Personally, I disagree with him. So we need to invest a lot in our local game, in our local team, Premier League and Division 1. That is what will make our league very strong.
Yeah,
the likes of Kudus Mohamed Thomas Partey came from our local league,
right,
before they moved to the Black Stars. So absolutely,
invest there.
That is the most important thing.
Yeah, well, he's raised a very critical point. For me, it's a serious misplaced priority. Real Tamale United are not able to pay their players to come and continue.
Absolutely.
They need the 500.
Yes.
Not the Black Stars. I think it's a misplaced priority and we should be careful about things like that.
And guys, we'll go back. Let's keep this on the screen. We'll go back and look at the teams that have been promoted and do a balancing act here. Real Tamale United, you could say, are qualified to be called a traditional club. They come from a very strong background. But for Kwatano, same, Great Olympics. But they've run themselves out of relegation through some of their own inconsistencies. One, through some of their own incompetencies too, and through others that are totally beyond them.
Yeah, I would like to talk about this, and I'll focus on the team in the middle, before Kwatano. It's self-inflicted. What has happened to this club? They inflicted this upon themselves. When they came back into the league, at a point in time, I think after first 4-5 matches, they were on top of the league table. Then their fans started misbehaving to a point that they even heckled some of our crew and said they don't want us to come and cover their games anymore. Then they got banned by the disciplinary committee of the FA. They've got to play some of their matches away from home. Ever since they were charged with misconduct, they never recovered. And these are some of the huge ramifications or punishments you pay for such characters. And teams in the Ghana Premier League should pick a clip from this and learn from this. Because the year Heart of Lions got relegated from the league, they also found themselves in the same fate. Last season, Aduana Stars got banned from their home, and that was the reason why they lost the league to Mediama, because they were on top of the league for a bigger chunk of the season. So teams need to take a clip from this. Educate your fans to be tolerant enough. You can't always play and win.
RTU were also banned for some matches at home because their fans misbehaved.
Because the fans misbehaved. You understand? And with Great Olympics, it is because they didn't play bigger chunk of their match at Accra Sports Stadium this season. They were playing in Kumasi, they were playing in Sogakope, and it really...
So that is where the management, the planning,
and
execution support. Right.
Yeah.
16 clean sheets.
They do. 16 clean sheets.
But you've gone on relegation. Yeah. There's something wrong.
Look at Bofakatano. They have a great goalkeeper. I understand here Saka Dawda is likely to move to Asante Kotoko after the season. So they have good players in their team.
Don't Kotoko have enough good goalkeepers already?
Out of the 3 goalkeepers, it's likely 2 of them will leave the club.
Right. That's a good update.
If you look at these 3 teams, traditionally they have core root into the communities. Great Olympics Accra, Bofakwa in their part of the western region.
The Bono
very strong, backed by some
the Bono region, and yes, they've got
you look at
strong
Royal
following.
Tamale United. Unless you don't know anything about Ghana football, Royal Tamale United has rooted core into the Ghanaian footballing folklore. So I think these 3 clubs will pick a clip from this. But for Vision FC, Basake, and then the third club is
Apostles.
Young Apostles. You've got to start the season well, because it is proven in the Ghana Premier League that when you don't start the season well and play very well in the first round, you will be relegated in the second. And on record, it is in the last 5 or 6 seasons, it is only Heart of Lions that have finished 18th. That is at the bottom of the league, right? Before the first round ended, and they were able to survive relegation. So that tells you that Heart of Lions and Pando, they have this kind of beautiful marriage between them. And I'm telling you, had it not been that they've managed to patch the Pando pack to go back there, the team will not have escaped relegation, because ever since they moved to Pando, they've only drew 1 match. They've won the rest of the matches. And I will sit here and say, with the Heart of Lions model, you can mark it in the studios of Star Times. Heart of Lions will never find themselves next season in the kind of situation they found themselves this season. You remember the Coronation, when we went to Pando, when you interviewed First Car, he told you that
it's a process.
He said not under his leadership will Heart of Lions be relegated from the Ghana Premier League.
It was a close one.
It was he duly delivered. If you go back to the tapes of the Coronation, it's there on record. He said it, and he has duly delivered. And I'm telling you, back to the Pando Park, this team will never find themselves in this particular relegation dogfight again next season. I can tell you that for a fact.
Yeah, but you can't say that for a fact, because Hearts of Oak said so last season. Hearts of Oak is the bigger club. I mean, I get what you're saying with your emotions and your passion, but you can never tell when it comes to football.
It's backed with the results ever since the club moved there. I'm not just saying it.
Yes, and I'm also saying that.
The result speaks volume.
And I'm also saying that
matches at Pando Park, last 7 wins.
Yes, and I'm also saying that last season when Hearts escaped, that they said they are never ever going to get involved in that. They've just escaped at the last minute.
That is why where Hearts of Oak find themselves now is a big wake-up call for the current board members.
Yeah, and they have a fantastic
under
board.
your leadership, you were close to going to relegation. So if you are Kenasibe, if you are Ivy Mills, if you are Toby Afede,
you don't want them
it's
again.
a wake-up call for you.
Right.
That is why I'm one of the people I think there need to be a major shake-up on the board members. Some of them need to go out and bring back the old board members who made sure House of Oak came back to their glory days.
Okay, let me hold you there. Before you come in, what is it that the old board, or maybe what's the word to use? What we were doing 5, 10, 15 years ago. What is it that can be brought back that would help Hearts that they're not doing? No, I'm being serious. No, because I'm asking myself. I'll ask him later. Nana, I've heard you. We've heard Harry Zakko is not happy. I spoke to him at halftime. What is it that Togbe has done everything? Oh no, did he see Kashim? Why Mamo
I was about to allow you to land.
In recent times,
let me give you 30 seconds. I have personally gone to Pobiman. If you go around this House of Folk team, in terms of what the management is supposed to do, they have fulfilled their part of the bargain. They put you on salary. They pay you frequently. They don't owe you.
It's not enough.
They pay you winning bonus.
It's not enough.
No, they've recruited some of the best players on the local talent. Kofi Agbesima was the best centre back in the league when he got recruited to House of Folk. He came to House of Folk. He was of no existence. It's a high time we should look at the players and speak to them in the face and say, "Hey, Lee, you are letting this club down. The management have done everything. It is the players that are letting the club down match day match. For crying out loud, management cannot go onto the pitch on Mondays and play. The players got to man up. See, when you bring me to the studio here to talk about the games, and I come and I don't know what to say, the moment I walk out of this door, I am not coming back into the studios of Star Times. That means I can't deliver. You can only bring me here, but it is up to me to analyze the games and give folks who whatever they want to listen. But the players have been brought in, they've been recruited to the club, and they are not playing. They are not delivering.
So
it is pathetic. It's bad.
Does Ouattara tear everything up, coach? Does he say, Charlie, I need to go back to basics?
To me, if the camera can watch me, see, Ouattara should tear it up like this. He should tear into the playing body. Oh, he should tear it up. See, look at Heart of Folk. Look at Heart of Folk. Nanaidu. They just need to retain. I want to learn. They just need to retain maximum 12 to 15 players out of the current team. The rest need to be flashed out the window, and the new recruitment have to be top notch.
You can actually write your proposal to them and maybe give it to Coach Ouattara, and he may consider. But yes, it's all a
you were in the stadium with you last weekend.
Yes.
What happened between Harry Zakko and Odotei?
It wasn't the best.
It tells you the past management has issue with the current management. It's a simple thing. What happened between Harry Zakko and Odotei Soa? It means there's issue between the past management, past board members, and the current one. It looks like Mr. Odotei, Alaji Akambi, Yawo Tamakle is too attached to Tobe Afedi. They are not open to issues around the club to other board members.
But Tobe trusts them.
I understand, but sometimes a situation like this means some of these past management and board members are back together to help the team out. Maybe the two will be in relegation. So sometimes should be penny kind of question down for no so some of these members are not helping matters.
Hard to
the kind of supporters that are not comfortable with some of these board members.
Okay, guys, our time is almost up. Match week 34 almost done. Sorry, not almost done. We're done. This is the historic final day. You know what that got Great Olympics relegated in what was a fascinating game. I'm sure from now to the whole week we're going to be talking about the goals and what happened, what did not happen, and Sempi, the punishment for RTU, and confessions and Sempi. But by God's grace, the league has come to an end, and obviously we can always do better. That's one thing. We can always do better in the studio, coverage, everything, commentary, analysis. We can always do better. We want your positive criticism, suggestions and ideas, and we'll take it on board, and definitely. So the final day standings, the historic final day standing, 61 points, 10 points clear of their two closest rivals. But you look at the closeness from Dreams to 51, very, very tight. That's how competitive we were. Samartex really Esebo Mabaso. Beyond Dreams, position number 10 to the bottom is also very interesting, and of course we'll see the three bottom teams that have been relegated. Let's take a look at position number 10 going. Bechem, BBNE, Karela, Legon Cities, Heart of Oak, Heart of Lions. They just made it. The big clubs, traditional clubs. Isn't it interesting? All these traditional clubs with such following, big men, you know, the politicians and the, you know, statesmen and women couldn't save Great Olympics. But for Kwatano or Real Tamale United, maybe they'll be back next season. I don't know. But gentlemen, time is so 10 seconds each, even though our time is up.
Now, when you get 45 points, on 18-man league, it means you didn't even win half of the games in the course of the season.
Well, I say congratulations to Pando Hearts of Lions for escaping relegation, and I know the club is in good hand. They should beef up in terms of team unity, and then they'll come back next season stronger.
Okay, so yeah, I just want to say that the newly promoted teams from Division 1, 3, 2, or one of them will be relegated. Please take note of this.
Now, yeah, time. So thank you very much, Coach. Thank you, Dan Edu, and thank you, Francis Blackgate. Thank you guys as well for joining us for the GPL, and see you another time somewhere. Bye for now.